What up, big dog? How you living, gangster? I know, I've been gone, bruh. A lot been going on, bro. Do not judge me. A lot has been going on. But we're surviving though. We're surviving. We're thugging it out. So I just figured I'd say hi, bro. Say hi to the channel. And it's a story time that I've been wanting to do. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna do it tonight. So it's so this fucking hurricane thing, yeah, that I think that's going on with Jamaica right now, and it just remind me of, I'd say probably the worst day of my life, I'd say, which was January 12th, 2010, back in Haiti. For those of you that don't know, you could go right now and Google Haiti, January 12th, 2010, and it'll tell you it's in my opinion, the worst thing that ever happened to this country. The worst and the best thing, because it was an earthquake. I think a 8.5 magnitude earthquake, bro. And it was the best and worst thing that happened, because it was the worst thing because a lot of lives was lost. But it was also the best thing because with that came a lot of opportunity for a lot of people that would never get that kind of opportunity had we not been in the situation that we're in, if what I'm saying is making sense. But back to the story. It's gonna be the story of me surviving I'd say my first earthquake. So January 10, 2012, it's a regular morning. I woke up, got ready, went to school. I'm at school. I don't, like, it's so crazy that I don't remember anything about the day up until the point of the earthquake. It's mad wild to me. Like, for the longest time now, I would literally sit down and try to remember, like, all right, before all this shit happened, what was I doing? Where was I? Who was I talking to? And I never, still now, I can't come up with any kind of memories though. Huh. But yeah. I think like a few hours. The only thing I recall is like a few hours before the earthquake happened. I remember I was hyped because we were supposed to go play, because I was in my high school soccer team, and we were supposed to go play some team, either play or train with them. And I was hyped because that was my first time being on a actual size field, because majority of the soccer field that we have back home, they're like, compared to an actual soccer field, they're mad small. So that was my very first time on the actual soccer field. So I was mad excited for that. And then I kind of jumped from feeling that excitement to walking on that field. And it's like, when I walked on that field, like, I remember just, yeah, I'm in the big leagues now. At least though in my mind, that's what I thought. But kids shit. Yeah, we have mad fun, bro. I have mad fun playing these things. Like, two or three of my friends, I was able to help and score. I might have even scored. So yeah, it was fun. And then we were done, and from the field to go to what we would call in the United States the bus stop, to like catch a cab and go home, it was like a good like walking distance. So after we was done, it was me, Tom, Domison, and like 3 more of my friends, and we are just walking, talking shit, Maybe we were talking about the game, or we were talking about something, because like I was just laughing, I was just geeking. That's all I remember. We was just talking shit and laughing, and then something looked weird in the corner of my eye, because I'm looking at him like this, and in the corner of my eye something looked weird in my sight. So I turned, and I'm looking down, and it looks like a house, like a 2-story house, which is like has like a considerable height, right? And I'm seeing a 2-story house going back and forth like this, and I'm thinking to myself, like, that's weird. Why is this house looking like this? And then it's like, when you get caught trying to figure something else out, and everything around you just vanish. So I'm not even paying attention to see if my friends are even seeing what I'm seeing. Well, I'm not even like trying to grab their attention to look at what I'm seeing, because I'm still trying to figure it out for myself. So what? So the house all the way down start to move like this, right? The house all the way down is moving like this, and the house in front of it start to get to the same movement, and then the house after that, and then it's like, it literally looked like something was coming for me, and my heart dropped, because I'm like, automatically my head went into like movie shit. I'm thinking some demon about to pop under the earth and just get my ass, because that's what it looks like a whole wave coming at me. And I felt it, like it went through my body, and I turned, and all I said was to my friend, I looked at him, I said, run, and I took off. And that was the dumbest shit I could have done. Because now imagine an earthquake is currently going. So nothing is stable. Everything is falling off. Things that was like hanging up, that the building was literally like sliding down, falling off. Glass was breaking, falling. Cars were moving. And I'm running. Like, I'm literally running past these things, which was fucking dangerous. But at the time, bro, survival instinct kicked in. So I'm zooming, and I look next to me, and my friend Tom is doing the same thing. He's zooming right next to me, and by the time we stopped, we had flew past a few blocks, bro. Like, that's how fast niggas was running. We had flew past a few blocks. And I'm looking around, and it's like, it's dusty. Like, it's so dusty, it looks like fog. And it's weird to me, because I'm like, why is it so dusty? Like, is it gonna rain or something? Or like, what? Because at this point, I'm like, I lose sense of reality for a good 5 to 10 minutes, because I could not understand what was going on around me. First, I see a wave coming at me. Second, I'm seeing everything shaking. And I took off, and by the time I stopped, it was dusty. Like, in these end of the world movies, and you see like where the character run and stand like in like somewhere around like Times Square, and the world is just falling apart, and the camera's just like going around them, and they looking around, then like they look so lost and shit. That was me, bro. That was me. Like, I literally froze, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? It's like, what do I do? Because and then the second thought that came into my mind was, this is the end of the world. That's the second thought that came in my mind. And I kid you not, like, every 5 seconds, because I'm walking trying to figure out like what's going on, but every 5 seconds I look up, because like, bro, I was so sure at any minute the sky was gonna split open, and some nigga was gonna pop his head down and say, oh, y'all fucked up, this y'all day today. So it's like, at this point, I'm more stressed out that I'm about to die than what's going on. You see what I'm saying? but we're still walking around trying to find the few people that we were with. And then it was what brought me back to reality that made me stop caring about the end of the world. It was when I came to the sound around me. Like, this shit sounded like pure pain and like suffering, because people screaming from everywhere. Like, and I mean screaming. People are screaming, yelling from everywhere. Some motherfuckers just running past me. This is the end. This is the end. And it's like, it's chaos, bro. It's like, it's so fucked up. But then it's like, the more I'm walking, the more I'm looking around, it start to settle. I still didn't fully understand what was going on, but it starts to settle. Like, okay, you're not going to die. First, like, you're not gonna die, but something happened. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm like, something happened. You're not gonna die yet, but something happened. And then, so we still had to walk to the bus stop, because at that point, like, even though we didn't know what was going on, but we all knew that, damn, okay, we have to get home to make sure that everybody that we know are still alive. So we still had to walk to the bus stop. And bro, walking to that bus stop, right? So it's like, the road that we took, when you have to get down to the bus stop, anybody that been to Haiti knows Haiti is a whole like island. So it's like hills on hills on hills on hills on hills. So in order to get to that field that we had to go to, we had to go up a hill and down a hill. So going back to the bus station, we had to go back up the hill, and then the bus station was down the hill. And bro, so we got to the top of the hill, start like about to walk back, and then when you stop at the top of that hill, you could see like all the way down for like miles on end, because you're at the very, very top of that hill. So you could see all the way down up until the fucking sea. I kid you not, bro. Like, you could look all the way down and you would see where the sea is at. Like, that's how high motherfuckers was. And bro, you could not see anything. It was dusty, like cloud fucking fogging. And you look down a little bit closer to the, like, at range, and you're looking down to the bus station, and it looks like a pile of fucking ants. That's how packed this shit was. Like, it looked like a pile of ants, bro. Everybody's just running around, everybody, like, chaos, bro. Like, so we had to squeeze our way through, trying to catch a cab. Ain't no cab going on, bro. Everybody gone, because nobody know what's going on. So these niggas done went home. And I'm talking about, like, I'm miles away home. I'm miles away from home, bro. And I'm still with my friends. So we're like, all right, ain't no cabs. Fuck it. Then we all gonna walk. And man, that walk was like, I keep saying it, but it's like, that walk was something out of a fucking movie. The shit that I've seen from that walk to the bus station to my house, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, something I've never fully processed, and I've never openly talked about this shit. And like, just talking about it, like, nigga, I saw a baby, bro. Yeah. And then now, me being a father make it 10 times worse. But a rock, like a big ass rock, I don't know how the fuck this shit happened, but a big ass rock fell, and it hit the mom like right here, and like she, that shit is too graphic. I can't even explain it, bro. Cause she's cut, and let's just say piece of her are hanging out on the floor, and you could clearly see that she was trying to save the baby, but it's like that thing just fell on them, and there wasn't anywhere to go around them because it was too crowded. So a nigga had to walk over this and just keep walking, my nigga. And I'm walking, and by me, because I know exactly, I was walking on the left side of the road, and to my right there was a, what would you call that, like, you know, like these things that plays movies. There was one that was right across the school that I ended up going to high school with later on down the line, but it was right across the school, and that building was like a few like 2 to 3 story tall, and it was nothing but crumble. Like, that building disappeared. It was nothing but crumble, because I turned to my right and I looked at it, and I said to myself, I could have swore such and such building was there. And while I said that, a pickup truck full of bodies with red water, like literally just like leaking from it, which was, you can imagine what that red water was. And it's just a trail following the pickup. And I literally just, while I'm thinking to myself, I could have swore this was there, and my eyes are just like looking at the truck. And the first one passed, the second one passed. By the third one, I was too numb to even, I didn't even register what was happening. I saw it, I was like, wow. And I kept on walking because I had to get home. And bro, the whole ride home, it was just stepping over bodies, bro. That's all it was. Oh, look at this person, like this happened to that person, this happened to that person. There's a dude, like he was trying to escape. Like, his eyes were wide open because like a mural full of like big ass break just, and it just fell on him, and he was right in the middle of it. And the more I'm seeing this, the less hope I get that anybody in my family is alive. Because if this is what I'm seeing right there, then that must mean it's worse. Back to my house. And throughout the way, I met a dude that we used to go to school together, and I'm like, no, before that, I saw two of the dude that were living by my house. Was it? No. Yeah. I saw the dude I used to go to school with. I saw him first, cause I'm like, yo, like, what happened? Where you going? Do you know what's going on back in my house? Mind you, he don't even know where I live. But I'm so discombobulated. I'm asking him, yo, do you know what's going on by my house? And he's like, yeah, I know, bro. Like, I just called somebody that lived there. He said it's nothing but bodies and ashes over there. And when he said that, bro, I took off running. Cause like I think I might have ran like a record for the fastest mile run. Cause I just took off. And then at some point I got tired, bro. So I'm like, cool, fuck it. I'm gonna start walking fast then. Because if I can't run to this bitch, best believe I'm gonna walk fast. So walking fast, I ended up seeing two of the dude that lived in my hood, and I saw them walking up. So I'm like, yo, like, where y'all going? They're like, nah, like we gotta go all the way up, because they thought somehow somebody convinced them that after this thing happened, the sea was gonna come up and we all were gonna drown. And they said, nah, bro, like, we're not staying down. We're going up the hill, like we're going like all the way up, miles and miles down up. Miles and miles up, because we're not dying. And I'm like, what? They say we're not dying. At the time, I don't even understand what they're saying. I'm like, man, I don't care. I need to know if my mom and my sister are alive. So I kept walking down, and the whole way down, my mind is everywhere, because it's like every so often I would still look up, thinking that like somebody might pop up, ha, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm praying, but I'm not praying. I'm looking up. I want to believe it, but I don't want to believe it. But the whole time I just want to get home. And it was like the word relief was understood to me that day, because by the time I got to my house was a cul-de-sac. Like, when you get to my house, unless you cut in the corners, there no cars can go anywhere else by then. So that my house was a cul-de-sac. And when I'm like, I'm walking up to it, and I see like a pile of people in the cul-de-sac. So at that, I'm already hopeful, because I'm like, all right, cool. Like, everybody's not dead. And I remember I said, like, I might have called my mom or my sister, whoever one I called first, and I just saw two heads pop up. And I said, bruh, like, it was, my heart went from to like this. And I was chilling. And my sister just ran up on me, bro. She hugged me, and I'm hugging, and I'm like, nigga, you alive? Shit, they told me all y'all was dead. I went to my mom. My mom was on the floor praying, I made sure everybody was good. And then I'm like, okay, so what's next? What are we doing? They said, at this point, two of our neighbors who were like really heavily religious people, these niggas, the whole time I'm trying to talk to my mom, they're preaching, this is the end of the world. Y'all niggas need to repent. Some people are yelling, shut the fuck up. It's just like mayhem, bro. But because everybody confused, nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And then my mom was like, yeah, we can't sleep inside the house, but we need some blanket. And I said, fuck it, I'll go. And I went in, and I got the blankets, and I got back out. But it was scarier because it didn't just stop. Like, it didn't just happen and then it stopped. Throughout the whole night, like, niggas would be like, all right, we're good, we're chilling. And then out the blue, this shit would shake with you. Like, literally, like, shake with you, bro. And it's like, it was a fucked up, uneasy night, bro. Because I was so tired from playing soccer that I would lay down and try to sleep. But as I'm trying to sleep, this shit would just shake with you. And you just like, and you jump up scared, but like, you can't go anywhere because this shit is just shaking with you. So you just, it was a weird feeling, bro. And then when it would stop, and then my body would start shaking. And it's like, I didn't really sleep, but the whole night, I kept on checking the time, because I'm like, if I make it until tomorrow morning, then God is not coming. As stupid as it sounds, the whole night I'm telling myself, look, if this clock can turn to 6 a.m. and I see the sun coming up, God is not coming. This is the only thing I told myself. So it's like, it was the longest night of my life. I kid you not, it was the longest fucking night of my whole life. Cause like, you know, when you're itching for the time never comes. Like when you're excited to do something and it's 6 in the morning, but you have to do that something at 6 p.m. The times move so slow because you checking. But then when you when you trying to avoid going home and like you get to work at 6 in the morning and you blink, fuck, 4 p.m. Now you gotta live. But yeah, going back to it though, but I kept on checking the time, and when this thing finally said 6 a.m., whoa, boy, I said, yeah, we made it. And then by then, people started coming to like, because the whole night nobody really slept really, because like everybody was still awake. Motherfuckers would go in their house, like get on the phone, trying to call, figure out what's going on. So by the morning, everybody kind of already knew that it was an earthquake. You know what I'm saying? Words has been passed around that it was an earthquake, and then the fun part started. The fun fucking part started after this whole bullshit, bro. Whew, it was a year of fucking fun. I could do a story time on that though, but I'm not going deeper into that tonight. I just wanted to be back on the channel, feel like I'm doing something. If I get 2,000 views on this video, I'll think about doing a part 2. Until then, peace out.